Our bodies are probably one of the most sophisticated systems. They have all types of changes happening in them, ranging from physical, chemical, and biological. In this topic, we will study two major types of changes taking place around us, namely physical and chemical changes. Have you ever noticed what happens when ice cubes are kept in a bowl in the open for some time? They melt into water. Although the size, shape, state as well as arrangement of particles in ice and liquid water is different, they still are the same substance as their particles remain intact. Such a transformation of a substance in which the particles of matter do not undergo any change is called a physical change. On the other hand, you will notice that the milk will curdle if it has been left on the table for a long time. Can this curd be converted back into milk? No, it can't be. So we can say that the transformation of a substance that results in a completely different kind of product is called a chemical change. Let's study some other examples of physical and chemical changes. Hold a rubber band with both of your hands. Stretch it from two ends. You see a change in its shape. However, the particles in the stretched rubber are still rubber. Now, release the band. You will mark that it comes back to its original shape and size. This change is called a physical change. Thus, a physical change is a temporary change in which no new substance is formed. In contrast to this, let us look at another example. All of us must have noticed the rusting of iron sometime or the other. During rusting, oxygen and moisture from the air combine with the iron to form a new substance called rust. Thus, rust results from a chemical change that takes place between iron and moist air, and it possesses different properties from that of iron. A chemical change is thus a permanent change, which results in the formation of a new product. Now that you have a fair idea of physical and chemical changes, let us think of an example where both these changes are occurring simultaneously. Well, a burning candle is the perfect case of this. As you light up the candle wick, the solid wax starts melting due to the heat. A change of state, as we discussed earlier, is a physical change. Eventually, some of these wax molecules vaporize and move through the wick of the candle. They react with atmospheric oxygen to produce water vapor and carbon dioxide gas. As new substances are formed, a chemical change occurs. Quite interestingly, the molten wax cools and re-solidifies at the base of the candle. Therefore, physical changes are reversible. However, the wax that got burnt and converted to carbon dioxide is lost and cannot be recovered. Therefore, chemical changes are irreversible. Let us summarize. We have learned two types of changes that take place in matter around us, namely physical and chemical changes. In a physical change, the particles of matter do not undergo any change, and hence no new substance is formed, while chemical change produces a completely different kind of a substance, as the particles of one substance are changed in some way to form particles of a new substance. Physical changes are temporary and reversible. Chemical changes are permanent and irreversible. While physical changes lead to change in the physical states of matter, chemical changes lead to change in the chemical nature of matter. Stay tuned to learn how matter is classified according to its chemical composition in the upcoming videos.
Keep imbibing. We believe in you.